welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be my regrets about my freshman year of college. Freshman year, you know, it's trial and error, you know. I promise you're gonna go into it with expectations. I don't know what those expectations are, but you really don't know how it's gonna be until you're in it. And for me, I feel like my whole life just took a whole complete 180 because everything that I expected it to be didn't happen. And you know, it took a lot for me to kind of deal with all the new changes. And and I'm also low-key a control freak, so things not going my way, and just but yeah, so I'm gonna get into these regrets. So my first regret is that I didn't join more clubs. And that's kind of hard because, again, when you're like, I was new. I don't think that people understand this because almost everybody that I know had at least one person that they either already knew or that they went to high school with that came to George Mason with them, or was already at George Mason when they got there. I went to George Mason completely solo. I purposely chose a college that had no one from my high school at it because I wanted a clean slate. I didn't want to, I was done. I was done with Dinwiddie. I low-key am still done with Dinwiddie. I'm just here because I have to be here, with certain circumstances. But yeah, for me, and I'm already not very, I'm not an extrovert. I'm very introverted. So it's already hard for me to kind of loosen up and get to know people. But what I found is that once I did start to join certain organizations, things became so much better. And for me, I'm trying to think, what did I join freshman year? I believe I joined Women of Color in STEM, but I wasn't active. Like, I think I joined, and I'm trying to remember that I paid the due. I think I did pay dues. I believe I paid dues. But I never went to the meetings or anything because I didn't know anybody that was in the club. Not really. So I didn't ever feel inclined to go. I'm trying to think. I think I also joined NSBE, which is the National Society for Black Engineers. And I don't think I went to not one of their meetings. I paid the dues, but I didn't go to the meetings. So, I'm trying to think, what else? Well, I guess not so much join more clubs, but actually being active, I guess I should say. Because I feel like a lot of what makes your college experience, at least at George Mason, because there's not much to do at George Mason, is the clubs and going to events. And I feel like I didn't go to enough stuff. I didn't meet enough people my freshman year. A lot of my interaction with other people was through social media, but not in person. And I think for me, it was partly safety reasons too, right? Because my mom kind of ingrained in my head, you can't go anywhere by yourself. You're in Northern Virginia, the human trafficking rates are high, you don't need to go anywhere by yourself. So I, was like, okay, I'm not going to go anywhere by myself. If I'm going to go somewhere, it's going to be with a friend. The issue is I couldn't find people to go with me to stuff. Even when I would ask certain people, they would always say no. They would tell me no last minute, and then I would just end up getting stuck in my room. And I just stayed in my room a lot because I kept being told no. And it wasn't until basketball season started to pick up, and on our hall, I believe we had a group me for our hall in the freshman dorms. And I remember this girl had messaged, I think she messaged the group chat. Or did she message me? I can't remember. But either way, she said that she wanted to find someone to go to the basketball games with her. And I volunteered. And that's how me and her became friends. And we started going to the games together. So I just wish I had more experiences like that where I met people and I started going to events and stuff. Because I feel like it would have made a much more of a difference. Because I just stayed cooped up in my room the entire time. And that kind of led me to falling back into a depression and feeling, kind of how I've been feeling recently with my friends and stuff. And so I definitely, any freshmen that are watching this, please join clubs and be active in them. Don't just go to the first meeting where you introduce yourselves. Like, actually make an effort to go. Try and get your homework done like beforehand so you have enough time to do other stuff. I highly, highly recommend that. Another regret that I have with my freshman year is just having too high of an expectation. Like, I kid you not, and I think this partly has to do with the fact that I had such a horrible high school experience that I was like, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. Like, it has to be better. And also me being so immersed in television and Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, I just had that type of mindset. So I kid you not, going into college, I literally was like, I'm about to be out every weekend. I'm about to have a ton of friends. I'm about to be out all the time. I'm about to, like, I literally thought I was going to be living it up 24/7. None of that, none of that was the case at all. And it hit me like a ton of bricks when I realized that the same kind of issues that I dealt with in high school were going to continue into adulthood. And again, I sound so naive saying that, and I was naive, because I just had high hopes. Like, I went through so much in middle school, high school. Like, I was in such a dark place that I was like, college gotta be it. College gotta be like, this gotta be my prime. Like, this gotta be like the best experience of my life because of all this crap that I went through. But then I had a hard realization that not only do people suck in high school, but they suck in college as well. And also, with the area that I chose, I didn't realize that people in Northern Virginia were so like rude, and that a lot of them aren't very considerate. Like, everyone's on their own time, their own schedule. Everyone's like got this hustle mentality. They doing what's gonna get them. What's what I'm looking for? Try to get them ahead. And I wasn't used to that. Like, I'm from, Southern Virginia. Like, I am used to Southern hospitality. I'm used to people holding the door open for others. Like, I'm used to that. I'm not used to the hustle and bustle and don't talk to me mentality that was up there. So again, that also had like a lot of a big impact on me as well. I regret not not well, see, and this goes hand in hand with the other thing. I regret not learning the transportation system my freshman year. But again, and I might have said this, no, I don't think I've said this on the channel, so I'm gonna say it now. I have no, like, I don't know how to work the transportation system. Like, I don't know how the bus works. I don't know how the shuttle works. I don't know how the train works. I don't know. The only thing I know that works is Uber, and I don't feel comfortable getting in an Uber by myself with the human trafficking rates being so high, and me being a female, and me being by myself. Even if I have like pepper spray or whatever, like, even that alone, I don't feel safe. You're not even supposed to have pepper spray on campus either, and that already makes me like nervous to even have that. But yeah, so it's like, I feel like because I'm going into my third year at Mason, right? And I feel like there's so much that I have yet to explore. And I'm not one of the lucky ones that got to bring their car up and, pay for a parking pass and then just go and explore. Like, I didn't get that luxury. I still don't have that luxury. So again, like, I was very reliant on my other friends that had cars, that had transportation to take me places. And I only went to DC like once, because a friend of mine had like an assignment or something, and we all took a trip to DC that one time. But I never learned the shuttle, and it's crazy because everyone tells me how easy the shuttle is, but I highly, highly doubt, and most of them have not, excuse me, they didn't learn the shuttle by themselves. They learned it at an early age with a family member, or they learned it with a friend. They did not learn it by themselves. So I hate when people tell me to learn the shuttle by myself, knowing that I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what yellow line, blue line, I don't know what none of that stuff means. And they had the luxury of having someone teach it to them and explain it to them. But you want me to actually go out of my way to like go on the shuttle by myself, not knowing where I'm going, instead of just being a good friend and helping me learn, you know? So yeah, I do regret that because I just feel like I missed out a lot. I also regret not going to DC more in general. I hate that I still haven't visited the African American Museum. I really want to see that someday. And yeah, I just feel like I've just missed out on so many things, and that is the root of like a lot of my regrets, is just not getting out there, not exploring, and not talking to enough people. So again, if you're a freshman, like, granted things are obviously different because of COVID, and I honestly don't know why you would even choose to go to George Mason or any university during a pandemic where most of the classes are going to be online anyway. I just say save your money and do community college. If you know, if you're not going to be on campus and you're going to be staying at home, just do community college. But yeah, once things start to go back to normal and people can go back on campus, for all the freshmen out there, I do highly recommend getting involved, join clubs, go to stuff. I don't want to tell you to go to stuff by yourself, but I did find myself in broad daylight going to campus events by myself just to see who I would see, because I couldn't keep relying on other people. And that's another thing too I want to bring up. Don't rely on anybody for anything. I'm telling you, don't rely on nobody for nothing. Not a ride, nothing. Okay, like, this is your time to build up your independence. So I want to make sure that I make that clear. Like, you know, get your independence, you know, learn how to do stuff on your own. And yeah, don't stay cooped up in your rooms like I did. Don't be afraid. I think that's the biggest thing. Don't be afraid, and don't get complacent with how you've kind of been with high school and everything. Like, you're going to be making your own schedules. You're going to be doing your own thing. No one's going to be forcing you to get up and go to class. Like, all of that is going to be up to you. And, you know, as far as like your social life and how things go for you on campus, a lot of that is dependent on what you do to, you know, create that experience. Like, you're creating your own experience. In high school, everything is told to you. You're going to be here at this time, here at that time. You're going to have these classes, these teachers. But in college, you get to create your own, you know, experience. And so definitely make sure that you guys are taking advantage of that and making the best out of that experience. And yeah, so those are a few of my regrets. Let me know down in the comments down below if you guys have any regrets about your freshman year of college. And make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!